25 days of Christmas. Hey Cupcakes, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to get this snowflake freckle look. So let's get started. So here I am, and I already have my foundation and eyebrows on. I only put foundation on the lower part of my face and on the upper part. I skipped the area where my freckles are going to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that freckle area with some translucent powder. Now I am setting my whole face with translucent powder just because this is what I do on a regular basis. But if you don't want to set your whole face, you don't have to. Just make sure that you set that area. Here I'm taking my NYX Jumbo eye pencil in the color Milk. It's just a white pencil, and I'm putting this on the area where we're going to put the freckles. Here I have a Luxie foundation brush, and this is just helping me smooth out and blend that Milk pencil. I'm also using my fingers because I do get more precision, especially around the nose area. And basically what we're doing here is just getting a nice smooth canvas and some even color. If you are not happy with it, you can always build up the color just as I did here. Just build up the white. Here I'm taking two white eyeshadows. These are from my Tarteist Pro palette, but any two white eyeshadows will work. One of them is a true bright white, and I'm focusing this on the inner portion of that area. And then I'm also taking a bone color, so like an off-white color, and I'm focusing that on the outside area just to blend the white into the skin. Here I have my Wet n Wild Art in the Streets palette, and I'm taking the blue from that palette. I'm also taking a few other blues, so I have a light blue and a dark blue from just a random palette, and then I'm also taking the blue in the Urban Decay Electric palette, which is called Gonzo. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a very light blue eyeshadow. I'm using the one that was in that red palette, and it has some shimmer in it, which is totally fine. It's actually perfect for this because we are going for more of a frosty look. So just a pale blue eyeshadow just to begin to bring in dimension and to begin to really build up that color. Then I'm taking a little bit of a darker blue just on the inner sections. And then I'm taking the blue from the Wet n Wild palette mixed with the blue in the Urban Decay palette, and I'm applying this to the high points of my cheeks, sort of where the highlight would be, and then I'm dotting it around the freckled space, or the space where I want to put the freckles on, just for little patches of color here and there. I'm calling them patches of color, but you do want to make sure that they're nicely blended in together. I'm using my City Color highlighting wand in Moscato, and this is just a white highlighter. I would not recommend this if you are looking for a white highlighter for an everyday, because this is very kind of chunky and it does have pretty like chunky glitter in it. So I wouldn't recommend this for an everyday look, but for this look, chunky glitter and just shimmer is what we're looking for, so it worked out so perfect, as you can see. This is also a little bit difficult to blend, so that is also a reason why I would not recommend this for an everyday. But for this, because it's so difficult to blend, it just illuminates and acts as freckles, which is really cool. So then I'm just setting this with that white shimmery eyeshadow. And here I realized that I went a little bit too far for my liking. I went a little bit too high, and so I decided to cover that up with some foundation. Now I probably should have taken it off and then applied more foundation on, but it just worked out for me. I just put some more of that Moscato color on top. So then I'm taking some white eyeliner. I have the Wet n Wild white eyeliner and also the Inglot white eyeliner. And you can really use anything or either of those two, or if you have your own white eyeliner, that would work as well. And you just want to draw snowflakes sparsely around that area. So these are what my snowflake freckles look like. And now I'm just going to go ahead and apply some more white eyeliner dots in between the snowflakes, just to emphasize the freckles and just to make it more like snow falling and just a winter wonderland on your face. And now here comes the fun part. All of this is super fun, but I love, love, love glitter, so to me this is the most fun part. I am taking some small grained loose glitter and I'm applying it with my NYX glitter glue. So I'm just rubbing that between my fingers and applying that to my face and then applying the glitter on top. And then I'm taking some more chunky glitter, and you can see the difference there, and I'm just dotting little dots of glue and then with my fingers just applying the glitter individually. So again, this emphasizes the freckles, and this is what it looks like, and we are done with the freckled part of our look. So now I'm going to show you guys what I did for the rest of my face to complement the freckles. Here I'm applying my NYX eyeshadow base, and yes, I'm using a lip liner because this is just what I had in front of me and I didn't feel like getting up and going to get a different brush. So anyways, I just applied that on my lids and blended it in with my finger, and then I applied a white shimmery eyeshadow to my lids. And then I applied a dark brown color to the outer parts. Just so simple. Here I am drawing on a wing because I just love winged liner, and I thought that this look needed some sort of black, some sort of contrast. Now here I have my Clinique blush, and as you can see, it's so old. I've had this for such a long time, but this is in Iced Lotus, and it's a really nice frosty pink, which is perfect for this look. So I'm just applying it right underneath the freckled area where I would normally apply it. Of course, we're not going to apply pink on top of what we did because that would just ruin our artwork, but just slightly underneath, so it looks like you're blushing, but your freckles are covering most of your blush. I also applied some to my nose, and then I decided to apply some of the pink on my eyelids because I just don't like shimmery white eyelids on my skin tone personally. So I curled my eyelashes and I applied some mascara on the top lashes and then on the bottom, just on the outer corners. The lashes that I'm using today are the Ardell 106. I have a newfound love for these lashes because they were originally my ultimate favorite, and I rediscovered them, so that's always nice when you rediscover products. On my lips, I have Sassy Mauve from Revlon, and I just applied this and then blotted out most of the pigment so that it looks more like a stain. And then I'm taking some more of that Moscato highlighter from City Color and just dotting it on the center of my lips, and then blended that out, and then right on top of my eyebrows just for some shimmer. I decided to try this out and I actually really did like how it looked. You just really need to blend it out really well so that it just doesn't look weird on top of there. But yeah, this is, well, once you're done with this, and this is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys liked it, and I hope that you guys try this out because it's super fun. So thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I love you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.